Ricky, what's the best way to outman a goalie in 4 with 6? Get the response from Pierre here in a moment. But with 1:29 to go in the third, and the Sabres coming back on successive goals from Vanek, Myers, and Hodgson from a 2-1 deficit have made it 4-2.
Doc, I didn't hear your question.
That's okay.
Now I've just been told by the people in the truck where your question, you got to win the initial draw and get a quick chance on goal.
Okay.
Jam the net, but the first face-off here is critically important in having a set play. And if you don't win the face-off, you better know where to go to retrieve the puck pretty quick.
It is Couturier charged with winning it. Against Hodgson, he does win it. Back to Timonen. Turn back on to Giroux. Giroux with a shot blocked down in front by Hartnell. They jam away at it. It whips right at the line. The whistle is blown. It was at the edge of the post, loose. And so again, it will be a face-off in the Buffalo defensive end.
They did a lot of things right there, Philadelphia. That would have been a quick strike. And would have added a whole lot of intensity to the last 20 seconds of this period. And potentially this game. The key is when did the whistle blow and when was the intent of blowing the whistle? Let's listen in. Wow, Doc. It's about intent.
And from where Don Van Massenhoven is, he was not able to see through Ryan Miller and thought that it was trapped. And so there will be another defensive zone face-off for the Sabres. And again, Couturier to try to win it from Hodgson. And he does again. Hartnell nudged it along, taken by Giroux.
like never before. After suffering an early season injury, she's back and ready to take aim at a third straight World Cup globe.
I want to prove that I did not miss a beat. I did not fall behind. My skills have not suffered. I'm as strong as ever right now.
With the world's best mogul skiers on hand at Lake Placid, who will stand tall at the USANA Freestyle Cup? We'll find out next. Welcome to the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York, on the outskirts of the village of Lake Placid, home to the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympic Games. Today it's the USANA Freestyle Cup and the world's best mogul skiers. Alongside 1998 Olympic gold medalist Johnny Mosley, I'm Todd Harris. Well, Johnny, you look at the American men as they prepare for Russia, which is just over a year away. How do they take their success from Vancouver in the bronze and turn it into gold?
Well, they've proven that they can win here and there, but to win the Olympics, you need to be dominant. And I think it's important that you have some sort of unique feature, something that's going to separate you from the crowd, give the judges an easy time giving you the gold medal.
Let's talk about those who are in contention. Obviously, Brian Wilson would love to turn that bronze into gold. You've been in the position before. How does he get it done?
Well, he just won his first World Cup, and so he's proven that he has those unique qualities to put him over the top. Now he's going to have to be consistent. I think he could prove today by beating Michael Kingsbury, the dominant Canadian mogul skier, that he's a real force to be reckoned with in Sochi.
Talking about forces, American Hannah Carney. She is the defending Olympic gold medalist, trying to make it 2 in a row. You've been in that position before, coming up from Nagano. How does she get it done?
Yeah, it's very elusive. No one's been able to do it. No country's been able to do it. I found it very difficult to handle all the distractions that go with being that returning gold medalist. Hannah, I think, has the character to overcome that.
She is on her first event coming off of injury. For more on that story, we check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Christina Dixon.
Thanks, guys. Hannah, what are the lingering effects from the injury to missing the first 2 World Cups to now qualifying first?
All the effects are just mental. I'm physically as strong as ever. In fact, 2 months of not being able to compete allowed me to work out in the gym, and I'm hoping the effects of that show here.
And you had such a dominant season last year. What are you looking to do this year?
Top it. Best of luck. Thank you.
And Johnny, she certainly has done that through the finals. We move on to the super finals, and there she is in the top position, Hannah Carney.
Well, yeah, topping, what was it, 16 straight victories in a row. That's going to be an impressive feat, but if anyone can do it, Hannah can.
There are the top 6 moving on to the super finals. They'll get 1 run at it. And remember the judging format. It's going to be very tricky for them to put down a very hot run, but with a little sizzle in it. We've got 7 judges, 5 for turns, 2 for jumps. Johnny, what are they looking for?
Well, you summed it up perfectly, Todd. They're looking for sizzle, and 50% of that is going to come from their turns in line, 25% from the jumps. Some changes have occurred there. We'll talk about that later. And then 25%. A lot of slide in the turn, but that's not the end of the world in this course, as it's much more difficult than it looks.
So Brittany Cox out of Australia with a stylish finish in the corral comes through a fast time, not the fastest we've seen today. Let's go back to the top.
Well, she has great absorption. She's bringing the knees up and rolling over to the new downhill ski very nicely. Not a ton of air on that 360, but remember, keeping it in control and getting to the bottom can sometimes be just as important as your style. A nice backflip iron cross on the bottom.
Judges are looking for great turns, air, and speed. So Australia, Brittany Cox checks in with a 21.62, and that becomes our mark to beat for the next 5 ladies. To the top of Wilderness Trail we go. This is Michaela Matthews, one of the Americans that has made it into the Super 6, Hannah Carney being the other. Now, she had a pretty strong score to make it in here with a 22.44. She's going to do much better than that if she wants to be on the podium today.
Well, a very young rookie on the U.S. ski team. A lot of promise for her. Oh, beautiful 360 on the top. Oh, almost goes down. You can see her just leaning in and getting on that uphill edge. That is always the most difficult part of mogul skiing, is landing the top jump. And she blew out there. But it's important that she finishes this run, because with this new super final format, if 3 people go down, guess what? You're on the podium. So you see her trying to finish up a strong run despite a huge mistake.
Big mistake, and it reflects door is open and ready for it.
Well, and she has lots of experience, 13 years on the World Cup, but she hasn't won since '05. So I think she just saw a huge window open up for her to possibly get back up on top of the podium. Nice, the Bronco, the 180 spread 180. I love that trick. Some nice skiing through the middle. She's known for being tight. You saw a break in her knees right there. They'll take a small deduction for that, but you can tell she is moving with speed. Oh, the nice backflip, got a little cross in there, little wheelie on the landing, and those little fake pole plants on the end don't help as well, but overall that's the best run we've seen so far. Will certainly move her into first place.
27.85 was her time through the course here at Wilderness Trail. You talk about the small break, here's the first hit.
And this is a really nice jump. It would be considered old school these days, but in some ways some of those tricks are so unique that it's refreshing to see them. There's a backflip iron cross. The cross wasn't very big, and like I said, a little wheelie on the landing, but overall fantastic